well, no, I don't want to say that. And, I know because of us, because of me specifically, because I spend a lot of time with our animals and all of our animals are really spoiled. But then on a general level, I know from being like parts of different goat groups on Facebook and stuff, people, their goats too seem to be really chillaxed and get along with their different animals.
Hmm.
Goats like that. Goats are herd animals, so they do like being around each other. And then, like I said, if you can train, like your dogs to be with them, they have no problem. A lot of people do use dogs to guard their goats.
Hmm. So now that you've got your 501c, what is your main mission or your main goals for the future? You got this because you are a sanctuary. Are you going to basically um, rescue the goats, or do you have in mind that you'll take on a bunch of different types of animals, or what?
We're very open as far as if there's an animal that needs a home and somebody alerts me to it, and I will bring them on. We've had dogs over the years that kind of come and go. We get their homes with other people, and really my goal is just to keep building up our program here and keep having keep advocating goats for therapy. And then this is a little grandiose since I'm just starting out, but ultimately, I think it would be so cool and practical to be able to get some kind of network of different farms of people that offer these goat therapy services. So in other parts of the country, and then the world, eventually we can
Hmm.
have this network of goat therapy farms, and then like I said, working to get the goats recognized as official therapy animals. Those are some of my long term goals there.
Well, it doesn't seem like that would be so difficult because I know here where I am in Florida, I see like goat yoga and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So, I mean, you could definitely reach out to people that are doing programs like that and kind of start networking with them to see where do those goats, I don't know, do they do that there? That you would have somebody you could look out or reach out to possibly, because I find it very curious. I've never heard of it. I think I've said that like 3 times already, but it is interesting to me. We have a farm sanctuary here, and she's got several goats, so I'm gonna have to make sure she listens to this,
Yeah,
because
right.
it's really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, it is like kind of something that goats are rising in popularity, and so the goat therapy is something new, and so basically, goat yoga is a form of goat therapy, and that's something we're working on getting started up in spring. I have a yoga instructor, and so she's super excited to come over here and do yoga with the goats.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's a big hit. It seems, whenever
Oh
they
yeah.
do it. Yeah. So right now, how do you are you just basically found by word of mouth, or what? Do you advertise goat therapy sessions, or how do you do it?
I do. I do have us, here in the local community, we do a kind of word of mouth, and then being a nonprofit, that means you don't have a large budget starting out here. So any free advertisement I can get, and a lot of it does come from word of mouth. It's just, you get like I had a little homeschool group a couple of weeks ago that came over and I've had them clean out the goat barns. That's kind of one of the things. It's like if you want to learn how to take care of farm animals, you got to learn, or you got to. Excuse me, I said that wrong. If you want to learn about farm animals, you got to learn how to take care of them first. So they
Right.
had a good time coming out and cleaning out the goat barn and shoveling poop, and then they got to play with the goats and stuff, and just that. So because I had that group come out, then they're going to talk to more homeschool people, and we've got hopefully some stuff for a spring scheduled there. And then we have just your basic social media channels. We have a page on Facebook, and I just got an Instagram account set up. We have our official website, and then I have some videos on YouTube that I put up.
Yeah, you've got a really nice web page, and I'm going to
Oh, thank
definitely
you.
have you tell everybody about that. Um, because goat therapy sounds to be like something fairly new, other than what I've heard yoga here. How would somebody go about finding somebody? Or like you said, you can do it over Zoom now.
Yeah.
I mean, more people are doing all kinds of therapy sessions over Zoom these days. And I imagine that even when COVID is gone, hopefully soon,
Yes.
um, that will be able to continue for people.
Oh, me too. I know a lot of people they were unused to the whole Zoom thing, but for me, I've mainly taught online for the majority of my college career. I've been doing that for 10 years, and probably about 6 of it I've been strictly online. So it's kind of easy for me to communicate with people that way. And so I definitely still see the Zoom sessions in the future, because that's kind of a people who didn't even live here in the United States. I had some calls with them, so that was kind of cool to get to connect with people in other parts of the world, and kind of figure out what's going on in their life. And
Hmm.
then I hope, our hope is with once the COVID is totally out of here, that we'll definitely see some more activity out here on the farm. And I think because of the COVID, we probably will get that once the weather warms up, is because people they're going to have double spring fever. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so like, yeah, they'll be like totally be ready to get outside. I don't know if it's the same in Florida, but here in Tennessee, our state parks have seen like a surplus in visitors because of the COVID. Because it's like, go outside, be away from
Hmm.
people, and,
Yeah.
and and then of course just being outside in general is a really good healing therapy for us.
Yeah. Now, there was one other thing I wanted to ask you, and I almost forgot. What is animal, am I going to say this right? Reiki?
It is. It's pronounced Reiki.
Reiki. Okay.
I didn't know that. Being I'm not from the South, but I've lived in the South for 20 something years. Pretty much half my life. And I was saying Reiki too, and then someone told me it's or Reiki. Someone was like, "No, it's Reiki," and I was like, "I think that's the way us Southerners say it," you know. But animal. So Reiki in general is just healing. It's healing energy. So, everything in life is made up of energy, and we have energy flowing through us and all around us. And so, on a deeper level, we can tap into that and provide some kind of self healing for ourselves. And so, when it comes to just the regular Reiki, which is more human oriented, that involves like you actually have to put your hands on people to help transfer and get that healing process started. And but with the animals, it's kind of different, because that energy is all around us and it's always here. You don't even necessarily have to be in their presence. They're a lot better at attuning to that energy than we are as human beings. And so basically it's not like some kind of miracle cure. So if you have an animal that is sick, or if you yourself are sick, you can't just have a Reiki section and all of a sudden you're going to be better. But it too is a way to help promote that natural healing that our bodies can do, and then just promote that general just kind of health and well-being and happiness that we have. And it's really good for animals, especially who are in the last stages of their life, because it's kind of a way to help calm them down, and really help calm yourself down too, to prepare for that transition. And I say that because I have an 18-year-old dog right now that, I've had him since he was 6 months old. And so, bless his heart, he's my bestest
Mm-hmm.
friend, but,
Oh,
his body is breaking down on him like our bodies do.
yeah. Yeah. Well, Cora, I really enjoyed talking with you, and I want to give you a chance to be able to tell everyone how to find your webpage and
Oh,
and your Facebook page.
okay. So on Facebook, it is Fairylands Farm, and fairy is spelled, it's kind of the old European way. So it's FAERYLAND and then farm. And our website's the same way. You can just type in Fairylands Farm and it should pull it up, or it's Fairylands Farm dot Bitrix, so Bitrix 24 dot site. And then email if anybody would like to email to learn more about goat therapy, or if you just a little more suggestions and advice on if you have goats as pets, you can find us at you can do that at fairylandsfarm@yahoo.com.
All right, I'll be sure to put that on when the interview comes online too. We'll post all of the contact information for you as well. I really enjoyed talking with you today. Our interviews go by so quick.
I know.
But I want to thank you for talking with me. It's been very informative for me, and I'll keep an eye on your page, and I want to make sure that our local farm sanctuary checks it out as well. So thanks so much, Cora.
Thank you so much, Patty. Once again, I was so happy that you had me on, and I thought this was a great talk. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. So I want to remind everybody the holidays are almost upon us. We have to keep our pets safe. So please remember that a lost pet can't tell anyone where it lives. So be sure your pet is microchipped and wearing its ID tags. And if it is chipped, be sure that chip is registered and up to date. Thanks for joining us today. And until next time, take care and keep your pets safe.